Hari Om to all the Divine Atma Jyotis. Let's continue our contemplation of Bhaja Govindam. So today it is Shloka number 20. Bhagavad Gita Kinchidadhita. So who would like to begin? Last session we had a fairly detailed conversation about 18 and 19. So which is essentially about, it doesn't really matter what you're doing, but what is the thought you have in the mind that matters the most. So you can take a cue from there and you can continue. Shubhaji, would you like to begin?
Yes, sir. Shankaracharya ji wants to focuses. He's saying that if we study the Bhagavad Gita and even a drop of Ganga water, literally, I feel he's saying that we should get into, even if we get into little bit of Bhakti Yoga, we will get the jnana and will not have the fear of death. Is what the shloka is pointing us towards.
Okay.
Even a little bit, like in this Kali Yuga, they say no, bhakti, even the name of Krishna is enough to attain moksha. So I feel that is what he is pointing towards.
Okay. How are you inferring that he is referring to Bhakti Yoga here? What is making you feel like that?
He is saying, no, who has studied the Bhagavad Gita even a little and a drop of Ganga water. So that is making me think that he is referring to the Bhakti Yoga.
Okay. And by the reference to the drop of Ganga water, are you looking at it literally?
Both ways we can look at it, sir. Literally, for a person who has who knows it just like that, he can think that drop of Ganga water. But if you are deep into the Jnana Yoga, then it is pointing us towards the ultimate nectar of Jnana, which is the self-realization. Only if you know the self, that is what, even a drop of that Jnana is enough, is what he is saying.
Okay. And what is your interpretation of the last line? No tiff with Yama.
You will not fear death. So it is not that death is something which will happen one day. Every day it is happening. So you are okay with it.
Okay. Wonderful.
There is no fear.
There is no fear.
Yeah.
Deepaji, your views?
For the person who has studied Gita and or who has drunk even a drop of Ganga water and who believes in Krishna, worships Krishna, for him there will not be any fight with Yama, the Lord of Death. Like Shubhaji said, there will not be any fear of death.
How does it happen?
Gita is something that teaches us, and if we are going to follow what is taught in this sacred book, that gives us the knowledge, and that itself will liberate us. So there's no question of any fight with the Lord of Death.
So by realization or through realization of the teachings is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. And what is, according to you, what is the reference to the Ganga water here?
I just know that one who drinks the Ganges, water of Ganges, gets liberated, but I don't, uh, I don't believe in it, sir.
Okay.
I have heard about it. I got the opportunity to go to this place, but I just, due to
You
some
didn't,
reasons,
you couldn't
I
drink. You didn't drink.
no,
Oh,
I couldn't go there.
oh, okay.
Maybe because I don't believe in this.
Okay.
My daughter got the opportunity.
Okay.
It was a lucky contest, and her name got selected in it, in which it was free of charge for my daughter.
Okay.
So we were planning to go. We were, in the sense, not my husband. I and Megha were planning to go,
Yeah.
but then her immune system is very weak, and I was also thinking about that.
Yeah.
She frequently used to fall ill.
Yeah.
So in such a situation, it will be very difficult for me to handle.
Hmm.
So then cancelled it.
Okay. Okay.
That must have happened because I don't believe in this, the drinking the Ganga water. Because if a person does so many sins and he goes to Ganga and drinks that water, will he get relieved of that, of those sins?
Excellent. Okay. So, very nice question. Let's hear from Sarananji and Padmaji. What do they feel?
Yeah, the drinking of the Ganga water is I'm still thinking like maybe the belief system, like I would say very similar to how we take um, um, uh, tirtham, right, in temples after puja, and that's how I'm relating, uh, and there and even scientific studies have been done that um, the prayers and or the thoughts do affect the uh, the what structure of water, and they do have either healing or harming power. So that maybe like that's how I'm relating to this. It's like when you go to Ganga, it's not just going there to either take a dip or have something. It's more with the bhakti, the intent with which you go to the place, which basically results in the one. Why that river? Why not any river? Because of like of the source of this river, and um, what we have heard in our scriptures about the river that make the river more special. Right. Um, yeah. So that's how I see. It's yeah. It's not definitely. It's not going there to take the water. That's not going to do. That may not do anything as Deepaji said. If you are a non-believer, it's not going to make any effect. Forget even Ganga water. Even a medicine will not like act when that effectively when someone doesn't believe either in the doctor or in the medicine, right? So it is that mindset that is definitely there.
Yeah,
And
since I don't believe in it, that must be the reason that I couldn't go there.
yeah, it's definitely possible because I always seen where there are many temples where I feel like I rarely go, and I always think that like that earning, that you that intense desire, or like or the call has to come from there to be able to go there. You cannot just like that go because you can travel, you have vehicle and you have holiday. It's not that, right? So you need to earn it to be able to be in a place at a time. I always feel that um, like it basically results in the mindset going on in the mind, that desires what is like one after, right? All those things I feel like lead to the person to be in a place or a time. Yeah, and same way, studying Bhagavad Gita even a little, in the sense like actually like I feel you don't need to study full Bhagavad Gita. Even if one verse in an intense way is enough to give the knowledge. Each verse is deep enough. It's like can give you the entire knowledge. So that's how I see even a little. You don't need to really. It's not the sake of studying everything. And like that, and I think we do that in our own sessions. It's not that we complete Tattva Bodha and Aproksha Nubhuti and like keep going, right? It's not about how many scriptures one completes or how many chapters they're able to complete. We can stay in one page and like, we can contemplate for months, and the what matters is the depth of that understanding, right? And same way perform the worship at least once. Again, it's about like not about how many times you worship, or like you can take a priest who is in the temple almost all the time, right? It's not about physically being there or mentally doing it, that matters. Rather, the intensity or with which one prays is what that matters. Even that once thinking of Vishnu deeply is enough to basically understand or like to go beyond the ultimate fate everyone reaches, which is and why there is no with Yama, because you realize who you are, and so you understand that death is for the body, and like you are nothing but the Atman, which is very clear, right? Once you are clear, then and you know that like as Atman, you are the knower and you are the observer, and you observe this body which had taken birth due to the past deeds has come and gone, and based on right as and which, and you know that like whichever is born will die eventually one day, and that's why like there will not be any more tiff with Yama.
Wonderful. Nice, Saranji. Padmaji?
Yep, I'm done. Yeah.
So I connected the shloka to the demon Mura itself. As we can see in that picture of put, he's a five-headed demon. So how I connected that 5 heads is to the 5 sense organs that we have, and he's the guard at Narakasura. So is guarding the hell. So once we give value to 5 senses and do whatever we want, because there is no clarity, then we are just running madly behind these 5 organs and what they are attracted to. I think it will lead us to the hell. It will lead us to Naraka itself. And how to control these five senses is what is taught by the Bhagavad Gita to us. And when we study the Bhagavad Gita, it not only teaches us to control the five senses, but as we control the five senses, I think the mind starts to purify. So here I'm connecting the purity of Ganga water to the purity of the mind and not directly to Ganga water. So as we are studying the Bhagavad Gita, it is giving us clarity and purifying our mind. And once our mind is purified and we know who we are through the study of that scripture, I think there will be no fear of death, like Saravananji mentioned, because then you understand that it is not your, you are not going to die. It is the death of the body and other material things which are dying, and it is not you. So I think that is what is the reference being made here, or rather I connect it like that, sir.
Very nice. Very nice.
Thank you, sir.
Our Puranic stories especially have to be, can be seen at the outset as a very creative, imaginative tales. So which is what is seen, like how you rightly put it, there is a five-headed monster. And, there is this Krishna who goes in Garuda and then destroys and all that. It's a very imaginative and a very awe-inspiring, and even a child would connect to it. So this is the kind of like the shell, like how in Tattva Bodha we have seen the wrapper on the chocolate. It's the wrapper on the chocolate that attracts, how nicely packaged, how nicely marketed, that, attracts you to purchase it. But the value, or the real value, is inside the chocolate. So like that, in all these, there is a, what Prabhuji refers as Rudha Artha. Rudha Artha means what is generally understood. Rudha, what is generally understood by the society, which is what is passed on. And Guda Artha, what is hidden, the hidden meaning. So this particular shloka can be therefore seen in multiple dimensions. One is, if you look at it, read Bhagavad Gita even a little, okay. Drink a little bit of Ganga water, okay. Do the worship of the destroyer of demon Mura. That's why one of the name of Krishna is Murari. Murari, the destroyer, or the one who destroyed Mura. And then there is and the result of all these three. Okay, so this is like an equation Shankaracharya ji is giving us. Bhagavad Gita plus Ganga water plus puja of Murari is equal to you release from Yama. Okay, so what is Yama? Again, the Rudhartha is, he is the one who comes and takes your life away. And he is the one who sits deciding, have you done good? Then go to Swarga. Not good, go to Naraka. So like that, the story is, right? So this is the Rudhartha. Again, from the Rudhartha, it captures our imagination. But what is a Gudhartha? Yama itself is, when you keep saying, for example, Yama, keep saying Yama. Yama, 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 Yama.
Maya.
Maya is there.
Yeah.
What is Yama? Yama is nothing but time. What is Maya? Maya is nothing but time. Where is time? in your mind. As what? As the distance between two thoughts. And how two thoughts are getting created? Because of the sensations coming through your senses. How many senses? The 5 senses. So the 5 senses bring in the sensations and they create a thought. And the distance between two thoughts, you hold on to it as time. So the whole illusion of time, and because of the illusion of time, illusion of birth, illusion of death, because it is in time that you see a thought arise and the thought ceases. But when you do not examine that through the lens of the jnana, you're simply looking at the outward object getting created and destroyed. So there is a association of birth and death, and that cycle is perpetuating. And when can this cycle, or when can this Maya be understood? You can understand the Maya only when Murari. Who's Murari? Sadguru. Because only through the right teaching of the Sadguru, and what is the teaching the Sadguru is giving? Sadguru is giving the teaching that is there in Bhagavad Gita. Meaning what? Bhagavad Gita contains the most essential existential knowledge. That which is like the Ganga water. Now there can be a physical reference to Ganga, and at times, many people go to a lot of extent to prove the value of Ganga. There is definitely value of Ganga water, physical value of Ganga water, from where it flows and what kind of mineral content. So a lot of studies have been actually done. So there is a significance associated with Ganga water. That is there. But the Gudhartha is Ganga. What is the origin of Ganga? She comes from the top of the head of the Shiva. And who brought her to there? Bhagiratha. After thousands of years of his tapas. So, which Ganga? Who's Shiva in the first place? So here Shiva, from whose head the fountain of Ganga is coming, is the realized master, and what comes is the Jnana Ganga. So that Jnana Ganga is Bhagavad Gita.
Nice.
So when you take a dip, even a little bit of that Jnana Ganga, taking a little bit means what? Not taking that word and framing it and putting as a picture. Shravana Manana Nididhyasa. When you imbibe that, when you deeply imbibe that, when Sadguru says, I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not the intellect, I am that pure essence. That itself is enough. That is Bhagavad Gita. When Sadguru says, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma, that itself is Bhagavad Gita. So when I take that, then that is what liberates me. So studying of Bhagavad Gita means recognizing the essence, recognizing the truth that Bhagavad Gita is pointing at, and drinking that essence, meaning what? Realizing that. Then all that is divine only. Because there is divine only. There is Murari only. Nothing else. Any other questions or viewpoints?
After you give the equation, I can also see it in some ways like that, like studying the Bhagavad Gita, being a Jnana Yoga, performing the worship Bhakti Yoga, or drunk a drop of Ganga water, which is a action being performed as a Karma Yoga.
Absolutely.
We can see it like that also.
Yeah. So you see, when we are interacting with the world is where jnana has to be put into the action, right? And it is here that our raga and dvesha comes into picture. I like something, I don't like something. I believe in something, I don't believe in something. So it is when in action, if I may take another few minutes, I would like all of us to watch that video that Arjunji has shared in the group. It's
Yes, sir.
it's an excellent video.
Yes.
In fact, it is very well connected to what we are discussing today.
Also, Saravananji, while you were explaining, you were talking about how one shloka of Bhagavad Gita is enough, no? I feel in today's this Bhaja Govindam, this shloka is enough like that. That one shloka encompasses everything.
Very true. Yeah, these are deep.
Yeah.
It's like how deep you can go, then like you can get it. Yeah.
And sir, I don't know how you come up with the exact pictures. I was thinking, and then I didn't know like how all to connect, listening to all of them. And suddenly I saw that 5 head, and I thought, okay, this is the 5 senses like that. So I feel there is one grace in the way you choose the pictures. For every deck, it is like that.
Certainly, Padmaji, and the grace is always operating. Grace is always operating. It is like Shankaracharya ji is not a historical guru who has come and gone. He's alive, and he graces you when you invite him.
Here I just met this gentleman, Mr. M.A. Srinivasaya, who has walked all 12 Jyotirlingas by foot.
Yes, on foot.
Right?
Yes, on foot.
How did you do it? Can you tell us how you managed to do that?
Yes. Because see, the one thing is certain. Arjuna said, Krishna said to Arjuna that Ananya Chintayanto Mam Yejana Paryupasate Nitya Tesham Nitya Viyukthanam Yogakshemam Vahamyaham. That means to say, if you believe me completely, if you believe only me completely, then I will look after everything to you. I don't give you whatever you want it, whatever you deserve it.
I see.
And not only giving it, but besides that, I am going to safeguard the things that I have given to you.
Oh my goodness.
That was really kept up in my case. When I was walking, that is 50 kilometers per day for 42 days from Bangalore to Varanasi. Really, you see, though at the age of 78, I was not at all tired. No headache, no fever, nothing of that. And I was walking only ordinary water, not Bisleri water, not purified water.
Normal water, normal food, whatever was available.
I was eating ice candy, ice cream, whatever cheapest cool drinks. Even though I drank like that, nothing happened to me.
Unbelievable.
And I was really enthusiastic and I was very happy with it. And people also treated me very well because God was in our side.
Yes.
And see, just let me cite an example to that effect. I went to one of the hotels and the masala dosa was there and you see, she was preparing it. Shall I speak Kannada?
Yeah. ಮಾತಾಡಿ, yeah.
ಏನಮ್ಮ ಮಸಾಲೆ ದೋಸೆನ ಹೌದು ಸರ್ ಎಸ್ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಮ್ಮ ಅಂತ ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಸರ್ ಒಂದು ಸರ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಡ ಅಂತ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಡಮ್ಮ ಅಂತ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು ತಿಂದೆ ಎಷ್ಟಮ್ಮ ಹಣ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಅದಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಬೇಡ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಐ ವಾಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದಮ್ ಏನು ಬೇಡ ಅನ್ನಲಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ನಿಮ್ದಾಗ್ಲೇ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರ್
ಯಾರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ
ಯಾರಮ್ಮ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಅಂತಂತಂದೆ ಆಗ ಸರ್ ದೇವರು ಆಗ್ಲೇ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರ್ ಈ ರೀತಿ ನಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನಿನ್ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ನಿನಗೆ 4 ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಈಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು ಅದು 4 ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಮೆನಿ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್
you just left wherever no hotel no nothing
even in Dama we were eating 200 the bill was about 340 400 like that we two went two persons and then we were about to pay the bill then you see where are you going I am going to Varanasi on foot my goodness then you see you can sleep here also we will provide whatever you want it and you need not pay any money for your food also you can stay here
amazing
they didn't charge at all
amazing. It's an honor to meet you, sir. It's an honor to meet you.
And you see, the last thing, you see, I went to one of the temples. There, we were about to sleep at about 10 o'clock. And one gentleman came to give namaskar to God. And then he said, where are you going? We are going to Varanasi on foot. Then he suddenly gave us 500 rupee note. You need not pay, put it in hundi. You
take this money and put it.
Take it for your daily expenses.
Oh my goodness.
Another person gave 200. Let about all those things. That means to say, God is on our side.
Yes.
And He is helping. And He said, see, whatever you want, whatever you deserve, you will surely get it.
Yes.
And you need not worry about it. Really, it happened in my case. That too at this age, 40, 78 plus.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for sharing your story. So you were a principal in high school in...
No, you principal in the government pre-university college.
I see. Where were you principal?
I was at Amrutur, Kunigal Taluk, Tumkur district.
I see. Wonderful. So nice to meet you. So nice to meet you.
What is your name?
My name is Divya Simha Harish.
Divya Simha Harish.
I was born in Tumkur.
So nice to meet you.
Same here.
Very
Okay, thank
That's magic.
Just now, sir said, no, grace is always there.
Yeah. Yeah. 50 kilometers every day for 40 plus days. And like having no worries of all those things, what to do and this, that, no planning. You just go, believe and start.
Wonderful. So such is life. Any other points, Deepaji, Shubhaji?
No, God will give you what you deserve, not what you create.
Very good point. Correct. So I'll believe in God. He'll make me pass the exam. He'll fix my husband or wife.
Those are two things, if you see, most of the time is spent. Like, I want these, so I'm working. And then, like, I have to protect all that I have, so I'm working. Right? So, when one takes the responsibility, then, well, like, you spend all your time on that. Or like, you can leave it to Krishna to take care of that. it's up to the person what he or she wants to do.
But leaving to Krishna also means here, see, for example, here, he put that aim that, he's going to walk and he's going to walk come what may. So there is a so-called element of that, decision making. And there is complete faith in that decision making.
Yeah.
That I'll be taken care of.
Yeah.
The most beautiful example, of course, this is the most beautiful real life illustration. But all of us would have played with children, and especially when they're young, very young, we would have played the game of throwing them up in the air and catching. So if you notice, the child simply goes up and down joyfully. So has complete faith in you as a father or a mother or whoever it is, that you will catch that child. Wonderful.
My mind is not formed yet to doubt. The child has to learn how to doubt.
Correct.
Or it's been taught.
Correct. Shall we end the contemplation of this shloka? Yeah. Hari Om.